What's going on, real estate family? So I just want to put a message out there this morning about realtors bashing other realtors. Plain and simple, cut it out. You know, we are all in the same profession, and for the realtors that have integrity and ethics and doing their best to work hard to get deals done and respectfully while negotiating with another realtor they don't know, kudos to you, because you have a few segment of realtors out here, not a lot, but a few, that are on these social media groups, for example, posting and bashing things about other agents, right? And they don't even know the context of these people, of these individuals. So I'm gonna give you an example. I had joined a Facebook group when I first became a realtor, and I no longer do these groups because I just find a lot of these agents are cocky, condescending. Not all of them, but enough of them to where it's like, what am I in here for? I'm on positive energy. So when I join, I'm seeing realtors, for example, take shots at other realtors for charging transaction fees to their client. And that became a debate as an example in this one group I was in. And me personally, I'm not for or against doing that. You know, I feel like to each his own, it's your own individual discretion. But what I will say is, if you are bashing a realtor for charging transaction fee onto their client, one thing I noticed, a lot of people bashing hire transaction coordinators. They're not even managing their own paperwork. So when you do that, you really don't know what it's like to manage paperwork and to take time and explain it and to negotiate it and correct it and make sure the terms are correct. That is a lot of time accounted for that goes into real estate, and everybody in real estate knows what I'm talking about, because when you manage paperwork, you have to upload it, you have to send it over to your clients on time, you have to be available, you have to answer questions, and you have to manage it. This is why people hire transaction coordinators, because it is time consuming, especially when you have multiple deals at one time. So let's stop the bashing. You know, whether you like it or not, charging to their client, that's up to your opinion. If you feel like they shouldn't do that, because I've seen people say, is your commission not enough? You know what? I'll answer that question. For a lot of agents, no, it's not, because they are at split brokerages. They're giving up a large percentage of their commission, and they're paying monthly fees, and that's a one-time fee. And it takes 45 days just to get that check, on average, 30 to 45 days. So no, it's not a lot. Unless you're closing, consistently at a high level, maybe different story. But most realtors are not, iconing or becoming all this high status of real estate. Majority of the realtors are not at the top of their class. So if you go to any brokerage in real estate, ask these brokerages how many of them are at the top 1%. Majority are not. That's why they're the 1%. The other 99% are realtors that either are struggling, are making ends meet, or they're having success at some level of degree where it benefits them. But majority are not just sitting there cruising by. And let's be real, when we break it down, a lot of you realtors downing agents that charge transaction fees onto their clients, not only do most of you not even have most of you have a transaction coordinator and you're not even managing your own paperwork, but a lot of you have investments and other hustles to where you don't depend on real estate only to make ends meet. And you are at the top of your class, or you're having success at a high level. A lot of realtors don't have that, especially when they're starting out, okay? So when you look at what the fees are accounted for and the type of work and labor you're putting in, my whole point is, let's just stop condescending people over the decisions they do with their own business. If that's their worth, if they feel like they are worth that, because they'll pay a transaction coordinator to do something, the fee that they would charge a transaction coordinator and pay a transaction coordinator to do, if they're going to do it themselves, why not reward yourself? If they feel that way, then don't bash them. That's their business, and they have the right to do such. It is their independent contractor. And the same goes across the board. Another subject is when realtors switch brokerages. You have people at brokerages that get real petty and real upset when an agent leaves, especially if they're a top producer. Stop that. These agents, at the end of the day, every agent that's not a broker, if you don't run your brokerage, right, or you're not the CEO of this company, then you are technically an independent contractor and you are acting similar to an employee, because a percentage of your check is going to that person. You are working, hanging your license for someone else, with someone else, and working for someone else, whether you like it or not. Now, how much commission you make can vary, because not every brokerage has the same type of split. But the reality is there are a lot of split brokerages out here. So some people are going to go to 100% at some point in their career because they're tired of splitting their commission, and they want to obtain more of their money, which makes business sense, a good business sense. So in that case, you're going to move and change brokerages. So if a realtor switches brokerages and they left on good terms and they had a good relationship, but they're doing what's best for them on a business level, then the realtors that benefited off of their labor, you need to stop being salty and stop condescending them. Stop telling them that negative things, that, yo, this wasn't a good move. That's not your call. You don't know what they're going through personally, financially. You don't know what their business goals are. And quite frankly, why are you so mad? Let's be real about it. Are you mad because you're not making money off of them no more? I mean, if you really had their best interest, the only thing you should be doing is congratulating them. I'm a sponsor and a mentor. And I've had agents who decided, not many, but I've had a few agents who decided to go to another brokerage. And it wasn't because of me. They let me know. They love me. But they didn't like the model of the brokerage that I used to work for. And you know what? I told them, I understand. I'm not mad at you. And if you want to leave, best of luck. And I'm always here to support you because we're friends before we became real estate partners. And that's the thing. You guys are missing the relationship. So I just want to say this. And the third thing I'm going to get into, this is the last thing. Realtors, we have a lot of programs and things out there trying to outsource our industry and make us irrelevant, okay? So the last thing we need to do is bash each other. We need to uplift each other more. We need to be more respectful. I don't give a damn if you've been in real estate for 20 years or 20 hours. The reality is all of us are required every 2 years to renew, and the market changes every, so often. So we are required to update our knowledge anyway. If you've been doing real estate since the 80s or 90s, you didn't have social media. So if a realtor comes fresh out of college and they're dealing with social media, they have an advantage in today's market in an aspect of real estate that you don't have because you didn't grow up with social media. You had to learn it, and you have to probably pay. A lot of you older realtors know what I'm talking about. Y'all are paying these younger people to manage your social media content because you don't know how to do it. So this is what I'm saying. Let's stop knocking each other and start uplifting one another and respecting our craft, because we are all in the same industry. And whether you like it or not, we all need each other to survive. Because if I get in a contract with someone, here's the reality of our business. I'm getting in a contract with another professional who's representing another client, right, that I've never worked with. And I have 30 to 45 days to make the largest investment in a buyer or seller's life come to a mutual agreement terms to close. That is hard as hell. I don't know you. You don't know me. I don't know your intentions. But I know that we're professional licensed realtors, and we got to make our buyer and seller mutually agree. And the reality is a lot of you realtors are not professional. Some of you. Let me take that back. Some realtors are not professional. A lot are, but some of you are not. And you talk down to other realtors. You're condescending. You ask people stupid questions like how long you been doing this when it's something they propose and negotiate. And guys, real estate changes. Okay? Just because you did something back in the 80s and 90s doesn't mean that's how it's done in 2022. So get off your high horse, man. I don't care if you've been in real estate forever. You got to renew your license every 2 years like everybody else. So humble yourself. Don't care how much money you make. Don't care if you're a top producer. You wasn't born a top producer. You had to work your way to that. You had to start somewhere yourself. So remember that. You know what I mean? So this is just a message to the condescending realtors out there, and you know who you are. If you're an asshole, this is a message to you. Stop being an asshole. And if you are an asshole, you're going to get an asshole treatment. It's that simple. So have respect for one another, man. You know what I mean? Realtors, we do a lot of work. We bring a lot of value to the clients. And if we don't respect our industry, how the hell is a client going to respect us? And one last thing on this rant. This is just a bonus. I said I was going to do 3, but here's a bonus. Here's a 4th one. Realtors, lastly, I say this in kindness and respect. Stop reducing your commission for clients thinking that your value is not that worth. There are clients who don't know what the hell we do because a lot of us don't really explain it. We just tell them our value a little bit and then we work hard, but they don't really see the ins and outs of what we do. They're not on a laptop with us as we fill out that contract. They don't see how long it takes to fill that shit out. They don't understand the details of the negotiation that we have to do for them. They're not on the phone when we're calling another agent trying to negotiate on their behalf. They don't understand. So stop reducing your commission. Seriously, y'all are taking flat fees, trying to impress these clients. Y'all are crazy. You selling your soul just to get a deal. Charge their ass 3%, as you should, because you do a lot. 3% of 100 is very small. They're getting over 90% of the profit. So, it ain't about just money for us. We should be making more than 3% if you ask me. We do a lot of damn work. We bring a lot of value. So this video might be lengthy, but I'm putting my soul into it because I'm passionate about it and I want y'all to feel it. You know what I mean? So if you're a buyer or seller, respect your agent, man. Don't be expecting these discounts. We do a lot of work for you. Try selling your house on your own and see how that go for you. You might be able to do it, but your value and what you get ain't the same as what a realtor can help you do. or try buying a house without a realtor. See how much, you know, you really get out of that house in the investment. Did you not overpay, or did you, you know, lowball and get a shitty product? This is real stuff. Realtors are beneficial. And lastly thing I'm gonna say, we're free, especially if you're on the buyer side. The seller is the one who pays. You know, it comes from the seller. So, you know, every term could be different, but majority of the times it comes from the seller. So if you're a buyer, you know, you really pretty much getting free counsel from a realtor. So just think about it. Why would you not get free expertise from somebody who can help you with one of the largest investments you will make on your life? So I hope this video brings a lot of clarity. I'm done with my rant. I'm finna get back home, leaving vacation, and have a blessed day. So realtors respect each other. That's all I'm gonna say. Much love.